Hey everyone, so in this video I'm going to give you a full breakdown on my audio cart, and I'm going to show you a real life example of me using this out in the field on a recent project. And then I'm also going to show you guys a new product that was sent to me that I feel like is very interesting, and how I'm going to use this in my workflow and with my setup. So on this shoot, I was hired as an audio mixer for the day. It was a very small crew. It was just myself and then Paul, who was the DP, and he's the one that actually brought me on the shoot as a dedicated audio person. So I was hired just to make sure that we were capturing clean audio, so that way we could move really fast. I was in charge of audio and Paul was in charge of video, and we had a producer on site as well. We were working in a very loud factory. This was an MDF factory, and there was a ton of noise, ton of machines. So this was really going to be pushing the limits of the equipment that I purchased as far as RF interference and that sort of thing. So originally we were going to do a 2-channel system and have a shotgun microphone and then a lav microphone. But because the factory was so loud, we decided to ditch the shotgun microphone and just focus on the lav. This way I could really focus on just making sure we were getting clean audio on the lav, and we could get it in a good spot on each person and make sure that it was coming in nice and clean. I'll let you guys listen to how loud the actual factory was. So as you could tell, it was very loud. So there is going to have to be a lot of post-processing, a lot of denoiser, that sort of thing in the final product. This was a very long day. We had a ton of footage that we had to get, a ton of different interviews throughout the facility, so we had to be very mobile. And I tried to utilize the cart as much as possible and roll it through all these different rugged areas of the factory. So there were a couple instances throughout the day where I had to be a little bit more mobile. There were some cases where I had to go up a couple flights of stairs and my cart couldn't make it up there. But in that case, I just was able to have my audio bag with me detached from the cart, and then I was able to record audio in a very portable way. Okay, so as you can tell, the cart is a little dirty. It's a little unorganized because it just came back from a shoot a few days ago. So I haven't had a chance to really clean it off or reorganize it. So you're gonna see it for what it is and how it works, and just a everyday working audio mixer cart. As for what brand I'm using a Flex stack. So these are equivalent to, if you're familiar with tools, this is equivalent to like a Milwaukee pack out, that sort of thing. So these are really meant for tools, but I feel like it works perfectly for an audio cart, especially for what I was wanting it for. So everything essentially will unstack. So there's a dolly on the bottom, there's a 2-drawer system here, then there's a 3-drawer system here. To me, that's really modular because I can break this all down, or, I can build it all up. Or if I don't need this bottom one, I just need this one, then I can easily do that. Just have it on the dolly there. Everything is modular, and that's why I went with this kind of system. I like how everything is covered and essentially weatherproof, dustproof, that sort of thing. So these drawers, can pull out, and everything is protected inside these cases. They're really meant for tools. So a lot of the other audio carts are very expensive. They don't break down, and everything is kind of exposed. And I just don't have a good way to transport that. I'm not a dedicated audio mixer, so I do a lot of other things too. This is just, I might need to bring this as well as cameras and lights. So I don't want all my stuff getting messed up inside my van. So that's why I went with something like this. And I feel like it makes a lot of sense. So on the outside of the cart, I did find this little tray online. I think I got this one on eBay or something. But essentially, it just mounts onto this cart in particular. So you have to find the exact model of cart that you have. But it's a working top. So I can literally just put lavs here. I can put paper here. I can put whatever, XLRs, so that it's not laying around. I can have everything that I need easy access to just built right here. On this side, I do have a little bracket system. Now these are all flex accessories. And I have this bracket system. I can clip things to the side. And then I have this little attachment. I think it's meant for putting like a ruler or something like that. But I'm using it so I can mount like a little stand. So this way I can put my antennas up high. And then I can also I have XLR just dangling off the side there. And these straps are really cool. I talked about them before, but hangtightstraps.com. Very cool. I'm going to feature these a lot more on this channel. And then on this side, same thing. I have another bracket that I'm using for a boom pole. So you can fit just a standard size boom pole. This is a K-Tech. And I have it just inserted in here. And then pretty much that's the outside of the cart. So moving into the actual drawers, this top drawer I'm using for radios. So I got receivers, transmitters, that sort of thing. I do have a couple of accessories for miking people up. Now, as you can tell, everything's a little messy because I did just come back from a shoot. So I haven't really had time to really organize it. So in this drawer, I have a bunch of lavs. And in this drawer, looks like some more lavs. I have a bunch of lavs. And these are also tentacle sync units. I got a few of those. I use these, for either time code or whatever. If I just need to mic someone up real quick, hit record. I got those. And then I got a bunch of deity lavs in here. Right now, I only have 3 cases, but there's probably another 2 or 3 lavs in there. This is a little spot that I'm just using for antenna whips. And then I got some more units here. And then just a quick hack, I buy these gum packets and I rehouse them and use them for lavs. So that way things aren't going to get snagged or whatever, and you can keep things nice and organized. Usually I have a bunch in here and they're just easy to label, easy to grab out. You can give it to someone to mic up. Those work perfect, especially for this case. Some of the other sizes are a little weird, but yeah, that's a quick little hack. I use those. This next drawer I'm using for just random cables, batteries. I think this is time code stuff, memory cards, just you name it. It's pretty disorganized right now, but that's what that is. This bottom one I'm using, I have a stool, I have some Pico mics, more batteries, random accessories, pens. Like I said, I just came back from the shoot, so here's my PPE glasses. Then getting down to this drawer, so I'm using this for shotgun mics, XLRs, wind covers, windscreens. I think I have 3 shotgun mics in here currently, and 1 condenser mic. Then I have some other cables here. Bottom drawer. This is where I keep my audio mixer. So I have my whole mixer, just fits perfectly in this bottom. And then I have my antenna, my antennas here. I have a pair of headphones. This is a very deep case, deep drawer, so you can fit a bunch of stuff in here. But that's pretty much what I'm using this bottom one for, is just to transport my mixer and a couple other little accessories. And then on the side here, I have my Deity slate. And then I'm just using this for my iPad, so I can just fit my iPad in here, fit some pens, a couple other little loose items, that sort of thing. But yeah, that's a quick rundown on my cart. I'm gonna build it out like I had it on the shoot the other day, so I can walk through each component and how it works and all that. Okay, so this is everything kind of built out, how I would use it on a shoot. So as far as the audio bag, I'm using a audio bag from a company called Film Devices, very modular, very awesome, a little expensive, but it works great. And then as my field recorder, I'm using a Zoom F8N Pro. That's the 32-bit float audio recorder. Then I'm using a lot of Deity products here as well. So I have power distribution from Deity, the SPD1, and that is connected to this guy. And as you can tell, it gives you a readout. I have 5 hours and 40 minutes left on this battery. And then it lasts a long time. Just with this one battery, I've been able to power this whole cart on that last shoot. You know, it was probably 7-8 hour shoot. And then you can swap this out as well. If you have a secondary battery, you can just pop that in, ready to go. And this little power distribution is powering the recorder, the antenna, the receivers. You could even have it powering this guy. I have a little USB out. So very robust system. And then I'm also using a Deity, I forgot what it's called, but it's pretty much their antenna distribution. So I'm using antenna paddles from Deity as well. And that's just so for a couple reasons. I get better range with these, and I can be modular with it in a sense where I can move it into another room if I need to, if I'm not getting a good signal. I can raise it up high, and then I can go over people. So there's tons of benefits for using antenna distribution like that, like paddles, just very modular. And then I just have it connected to an iPad here, so I can mix a little bit better than having to look down at this little screen and use these little knobs. You can mix on something a little bit bigger. And that's just being clamped onto this stand here. With the Deity Theo system, you can have 2 channels of wireless audio per receiver. So right now, I can have 4 wireless lavs, and then I can have, you know, a couple of booms. If I need 2 booms, I can have 2 booms, shotgun mics, whatever. But I also have a couple units that I'm using for like a camera hop or whatnot. So I can put that on a camera and then have this clipped onto the side or wherever I need it. And I can run an output into here. So that way the camera is receiving super clean audio as well. I definitely like this system a lot. It works very great. It's very modular. I can just, if I need to be mobile, I can clip these guys right onto the bag. I can get rid of the safety chains, clip a strap here, and then I can walk around on the go with this audio mixer. There's nothing, no other cables besides the antennas that are connected to the system right now. And they're just connected via like BNC SDI cables. So naturally I have little shorties in here that are connected to the back of this antenna distribution. So I can easily just undo these, clip the paddles here, and then I can be mobile. If I don't need to have all this stuff, then I can follow someone with a boom and then be completely mobile and just leave this as kind of like a hub where if I need to come grab some more batteries or whatnot, or if I need to grab another lav or whatever, that's totally okay. Okay, so now that you guys have seen the full breakdown of my audio setup and you've seen it out in the field, I want to show you guys a new product from a company called COMICA. And I'm very excited about this because essentially it is a shotgun microphone that can transmit, but it can also internally record 32-bit float, which in my book is amazing. That's what I love about this microphone so far, is essentially this. You can literally, it's so lightweight, no cables, you can record and you can transmit at the same time, and that's your audio boom solution. So to me, that's super powerful. Now, there are a few caveats with this microphone. Obviously, the price range, it's around 200 and something bucks. You're not going to get the same audio quality as a very high-end condenser shotgun microphone. You're just not going to get that same quality, especially because it is being transmitted. It's not direct line, and you're going to lose a little bit. But that being said, this is very good, and I would consider this usable in a professional setting. So if I'm a hired audio mixer and they request a certain package, a certain standard, I'm going to have to use this, and that's just, there's no way around it. That's the microphone. But if I'm doing a project and I'm a one-man band, I'm doing cameras, lights, audio, no one has a say on what type of equipment I have or what I'm using, I'm going to gravitate towards this for a couple of reasons. So as a one-man band, sometimes I don't get the, I'm doing so much on set, I don't get the chance to really monitor audio, make sure everything's perfect, and it's good enough. It is what it is. But with something like this, I like the ability of having the 32-bit float internal recording, so I don't have to bring this guy. But then I can also transmit to my camera and have a very robust system that's two sources of audio. So I got the transmitter, then I got the 32-bit float recording in here. So that's a very small setup to bring for audio. If I just have to do a couple interviews and I'm not worrying about lobbing up the person, I can just bring this, and I'm good to go for audio. So to me, that's where this would shine. If you're doing production by yourself and you're in charge of everything, something like this is just going to make sense. And you're still going to get really good audio quality, especially if you can EQ in post. It's going to sound way better than the price point for sure. So another use case, this is going to be very good for traveling as well. So if you are doing a shoot in another state, you have to pack, essentially just packing a very lightweight boom pole, microphone, that guy, and you're covered. I mean, this can easily fit in a small little carry-on. Probably not a backpack, but like a roller bag for sure. You can easily fit that in there. And since it is so lightweight, you don't have to have any cables with it. You could mount this on a very portable light stand as well. So I think that's the amazing part of this microphone. So now, this boom pole did not come with this microphone. The only thing that comes with it is like the shock mount, comes with the microphone itself, the receiver, and then it comes with a couple different wind cap options. I think this one, and then a bigger wind for outside. But it comes with a lot of accessories, which I think is great for the price point again. Alright guys, so if you have stuck around for this whole entire video, I appreciate it. I know it's a long video, but there's so much content to cover in this setup, and I realize I barely even scratched the surface on a lot of it. So if you guys have any further questions, just feel free to leave them in the comments below, and I'll try my best to get around to them and answer each one. And thank you guys so much for watching and supporting the channel, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.